Warriors, after a short little lead of about 4 points in that earlier in the first quarter, after that it was uphill all the way, and the free throws in the first quarter really hurt them. They're just not playing hard-nosed defense, and then you get in trouble and you reach and you put them on the free throw line. When you allow the opponent to make 10 free throws in that first quarter, and you're down all of a sudden by 8, and you fight back and everything. At the end of the half, it was pretty terrific. But for me tonight, it was an uphill battle all the rest of the game after that. And for Phoenix, they've got composure, they've got talent, they've got an 18-year veteran and a leader and a captain in Chris Paul. They've got a designated shooter with Devin Booker, who was tremendous tonight with 34. They've got a man in the middle in DeAndre Ayton, who can eat you up inside and block shots and make it miserable for you at both ends of the floor. And they've got a great supporting cast. Mikal Bridges was good. Cam Johnson's good. Landale off the bench is someone you can see that he can score.
Yep,
he knows how to play.
And what he does too, Jimmy, they don't have to run their offense differently with him on the floor. He basically is DeAndre Ayton when he's out there, because he sets the screen, he dives and seals off his man right in front of the rim, so he can get that little flip, or he pops out to the wing, and actually he gives them a better option there than Ayton, because Landale can hit a three, and Ayton really is not a three-point shooter at all. So.
He knows how to play. He really knows how to play. He knows when to cut inside and when to go outside. He's got just good reactions to that, and he reads the play very well. At both ends of the floor, by the way. He's a really smart basketball player. So in that first quarter, the fouls hurt the Warriors. They got down, and they were down by 8. The second quarter, the shooting was better, and they were only down 6 at half. I was kind of encouraged by that, down 72-66. The third quarter was chaotic, and chaos with Klay Thompson ejected after being 1 of 8, 0 for 5 from three-point range. They were only down 83-77 at the 6:31 mark, and that's when Klay went berserk and went blasting on them, and everything just fell apart from that point on. And then they were at the end of the quarter, they were down by 19 at 105-86, and it was just chaos in that third quarter, and that actually kind of decided the game.
Well, 10 threes tonight for the Warriors. That means $5,000 will be donated to benefit local organizations and underserved youth as part of the Hoops for Kids program. Presented by Salesforce. Go to Warriors.com/kids for more information. Thank you, Salesforce, and all of our participating sponsors. So, Jim, the upcoming broadcasts are brought to you by Ticketmaster. Warriors come home to take on Miami. Presented by Rocket Lawyer. 7 o'clock with the tip, 6:30 with the airtime. And then Saturday, they'll be in Charlotte. Sunday in Detroit. Tuesday in Miami. Thursday in Orlando. A long road trip for the Warriors, and they have to get their defensive act together, because you know how disciplined the Miami Heat are.
Right.
And they'll see them twice in the next 4 games. And you have to be ready to take on that squad. And I think this is really going to be an important game for the Warriors. Maybe not even in terms of winning and losing on Thursday night.
How they play.
How they play, exactly. So, what do you think?
I'm always optimistic. I mean, they're resilient, and they're going to come home right there. But they've got to get the message that you can't always win it at the offensive end. Not in this league.
No, not in this league, and not with the personnel that they have. They're not a big, strong, physical team. They have to cut you by making good back cuts, making great passes, and scoring that way. But on defense, they have to be intelligent. They have to rotate. They have to do a lot of really good things. And so far, we have not seen that.
No, and the Warriors really have to understand that it's 4 quarters in there, and you've got to know how to move the ball, how to balance the floor, how to get back on defense. And, I just know from all the experience, you can't always win with your offense. And I don't care if they were averaging over 125 points a game, 125.3 to be exact. The defense has to come to the front, especially when they're going to go on the road now.
Yeah, and I think we'll wait and see if, Dante DiVincenzo, if he's going to be able to go on Thursday. We'll find out that, and maybe we'll also get a look at the Warrior draft picks as well.
My last note,
Yep.
They did a great job in the first half of controlling the ball and not making mistakes. Only 5 turnovers, but they had 11 turnovers in that second half, and any kind of a comeback was negated by that kind of play.
And Jim, the other point, giving up 70 points in three consecutive games in the first half. You give up 70 points in the first half.
Yeah.
3 consecutive games. I'll get it right.
Right.
Supposedly I talk for a living. But anyway, the think about that. That's a franchise record. The Nelly teams didn't do that.
Yeah.
The Warrior bad teams in the early 2000s. Now, granted, people weren't running up and down the floor looking for early buckets and things like they are now back in those days. But still, the Warriors had a lot of bad basketball teams that they never did that. And so this is a cause for concern. It's something that you got to really, take a look at and correct right away. And so I think the Warriors have to look in the mirror on that. It's not scheming. It's not. This is effort. This is intensity, and that's something you can change, yourself. So, anyway,
it's a pleasure working with you, Tim, and I look forward to the road trip again with you. And after the brief respite at home. When Tom Tolbert comes back.
I get to go home, unpack, and pack.
I know.
It's great. But as Steve Kerr points out, and he's absolutely right, this is the life we chose. So,
yeah, and it's been a good one for me.
It's been a good one for you. Me? Not so.
Not so. I don't believe you.
The final was 134-105. Suns over the Warriors. R.C. Davis back to wrap it up in his palatial studios in the Valley as we continue on the defending champion 95-7 The Game Warriors Radio Network, presented by United Airlines.
Do you have neuropathy? Are you experiencing numbness, tingling, and pain that just won't stop? Are you taking dangerous drugs that have serious